Hey guys, what's up? Fuller here. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about the Unreal Engine audio systems and Metasounds. In today's video, I'm going to show you a real quick way to use a widget button to trigger a Metasound or to interface with the Metasound. In this case, we're just going to make a little UI button that turns on and off our Metasound. So let's jump on in. Okay, so I have a level here that I built out. This is actually from my Wild West generative banjo tutorial, so if you haven't seen that, I'd encourage you to check it out. But what I want to do is I just have one Metasound here. It's this Metasound Western score that I built. Sounds kind of like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to first, we're going to drag the Metasound into the level and hit play. Of course, you'll hear it because it auto-activates. So we're going to go over here and we're just going to turn off auto-activate. And I filtered the search window with the word auto, so I got to that real easy. So now when I hit play, nothing's going on. So what we want to do is we want to turn this Metasound on. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go to the level blueprint. And all I have here is my begin play node. And what I want to do is, while I have this Metasound selected, I want to right click on here and create a reference. So now I have this audio component. Actually, it's not an audio component reference yet, but I will get it. Now we have an audio component reference that we can do stuff with. What we want to do is we want to make a widget that plays this. If we drag off here and we hit play, this is going to play our Metasound. So let me just show you how this works. Let me just play real quick. There we go. So now what we're doing is we're triggering this to play. But what we want to do is not on event begin play. We want to do it with the widget. So let's show you how to do that. It's not very hard at all. And here's how you do it. First, we're going to right click User Interface Widget Blueprint. And we're going to make a user widget. We're going to call that W_play music. So we have our widget now. We're going to double click on this. We are going to go over here to the palette. Right now we have a blank widget. We're going to go over here. We're going to first add a canvas panel, which is pretty critical when making a widget. Now we have a canvas. And then over here we're just going to type button. And let's go on button and drag it down to the panel. Now we have our button right here. And let's just put it in the, let's put it over here on the left. Let's make it red. And background color yellow. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to call this widget into our viewport. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our level blueprint, and on play we're going to create widget, and we're going to, of class, the only one we have, widget play music. And then what we want to do is we want to drag off return value and click add viewport, add to viewport. Now when we hit play, this button's going to pop up. So let's check it out. Boom, there it is right over here. Now it's not where it's supposed to be because I'm not in full screen. Let me hit full screen and then boom, there it is. So when we click on this button, it doesn't do anything because we haven't hooked it up yet, but we're almost there. The other thing I want to do, let me just add, let me bring this over a little more center, and let's add a text button also, just for fun. And want to put this here, and we're going to call this play music. There we go. And we're going to just put this right here. Oops. There we go. I'll drag that out a little bit. Okay, so now when we hit play, we're going to see the button. Okay, so the button's here, but we just need it to do something. Now, with any widget, is an easy way to do this. Okay, so let's click on this button and go down here, and we want to click on clicked. And what that does is that gives us this on-click function. Now, this is going to trigger every time you press that widget. So we can send event dispatchers from here. We can do all sorts of stuff. But there's another way to do it too. Over here where you see button 60. Actually, this is a reference to the button. And let's just go back here for a minute to our designer. And we're going to click here, and we are going to rename this play button. Okay, so now when we go over here, we have this variable called play button. You could drag over here and you can do whatever you want to with this variable. But if we go back to the level blueprint, now that we've created this widget, check this out. We can drag off of this value, which is basically referencing this widget, and let's type get button, and you can see here this variable get play button is now available. And when we drag off here, and if we right click, we can actually, check this out, click. We can create an event called assigned on click or bind event to on clicked. Either one we can work, but let's just go bind event to on clicked. And then what we're going to do is on begin play, we're going to bind an event to this click. And what event? Well, we're going to make it right now. We're going to type custom event. We're going to drag off this event button, add custom event, and we'll call this play music. Now, every time we hit this button, it's going to trigger this event. How do we know? Let's do a print string and just test it out. Print clicked. Okay, so now watch this. We'll go over here to our main level, and oop, there we go. Full screen. Click, clicked, clicked. See, so now we're getting an event. So now all that's left to do is just hook this event up instead of a print string. Let's hook it up to this play node. So now when we come over here and click play, hook this up here, guess what's going to happen? That's right. We are going to, oops, I deleted the custom event. Let's go back, undo, there we go. We want to just get rid of the print string. Now, we are going to hook this up to the custom event. So, watch what happens. Okay. Boom. We just created the music play button. Now, if we press it again, it's going to spawn it again. But we don't want that, so we're going to add this one little logic feature in here. We are going to, before we hit play, we're going to check to see if it's already playing. So we're going to drag off this audio component, and we're going to type is playing. And we are going to ask if this is playing. If this is playing, oop, dadgummit. If this is playing, then we want to make a branch. So when we trigger this event, we want to check if it's playing. If it is playing, we don't want to do anything, so we'll leave that blank. If it's not playing, we're going to hit play. Now, when we do this, watch this. We're going to go in here, hit play. There we go. Now if I hit play again, it's not doing anything. But what we could do, we could say if it's not playing, then we could come out here and we could actually do a stop. Actually, let's do a fade. Let's do a fade out. We do a fade out stop. Fade out. So if it is playing, we're going to fade it out. So let's check that out. So now we basically created a toggle switch. Here we go. All right. Play. There's our music. Now when we hit it again, it'll fade out and stop. It did not fade that out. Why didn't it fade out? Let's see. Fade. Oh, because our fade out duration is 0. Duh. Okay, let's make that 2 seconds. Here we go. Now it will work. So let's do it. Hit play. There's our music. Now when I hit it again, it's going to fade it out and stop it. I promise. Oh yeah, fade off into the sunset, just like an old Western. Hit play again. It's not playing. I fade it out. And that's it. That's all you have to do. So that kind of shows you really how easy it is to hook a widget up into your blueprint to manipulate your Metasounds. You could actually build an entire widget of audio controls. You could build a transport. You could build EQ faders, volume faders. You could go wild with it and just using the same method, do whatever you want with the Metasound. So anyways, I know this was a short video, short and sweet, to the point, but I hope it's helpful to you. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe and comment if you like. Let's engage in conversation. It helps my channel, but it also just allows us to build community here. So thanks again for checking it out, and we'll see you in the next video.